So, as you saw, I just got dressed. Now I'm just gonna open my curtains a second. So, sometimes I tend to do my makeup and sometimes I don't, but it just depends on how I feel on the day. If I feel like I need a bit more get up and go in me, then I do my makeup. But today, I don't think I'm gonna bother. I don't know. But yeah, my hair's done, so I don't need to do that. But yeah, now I'm just gonna go back to my book and take off anything I need to take off. Okay, so I did decide to wear makeup. I got like foundation looks nice. But anyway, Taylor's just woken up, so I'm gonna go and clean her room now. Then it's officially time to start work. Okay, so the first thing I normally do when I'm getting ready to work is set my desk up. So move that keyboard out the way. As some of you might know, this isn't actually my PC. This is Matthew's PC. So I gotta rearrange everything after he's been on there. So I can fit all of this on here. I also got my laptop. So I have this mostly for emails and for Teams. If you don't know what Teams is basically like Skype or Zoom on Microsoft. So yeah, this is what I have on my this is what I use for all my meetings, and I have a lot of them, which was surprising for me, to be honest. I mean, one day I had like 5 meetings in one day, and that might not seem like a lot to like some of you, but for those of you who have like ever worked like remotely and you got like 5 meetings, you probably understand like how much that is. And I also use this as well. I think it's already up, actually, 1 second. For basically to get like an overview of the draft bill. So I'm going to explain exactly what's going on at some point. Yeah, right. So I leave that right there. Then I have my notebook, my pen, and my highlighter. And in my notebook, I have like a million different sheets that I just literally like scribble on. Like, I don't know if you can see, that's just like really weird stuff. And yeah, I just make notes on it of the different provisions and the subsections in the provisions, and basically just to keep my mind on track of what compares to what, basically. In my notebook, I basically use it to keep track of all the provisions that I've done. So far I've done 93 so far, so you can see there. Literally they're all just written down here. And I've just highlighted everything off as I finished it. So that's why I keep that there for. I could probably keep that over there, but I just end up forgetting to do it. And then I know for a fact at one point I'm going to end up forgetting where I am. Right, so that's that. And then I go there. And then obviously my other notebook, my A4, is it A5? A5 I think it is. My A5 notebook. So this is just my like to-do lists and stuff. But I like to do a little bit of work, then go do something else, and then do a little bit more work, then go do something else again. And this just keeps track of like what I'm going to be doing at what time. So like now I'm going to do some work for Yes, now I'm going to be doing work for about an hour. It's almost 9 o'clock now. And then after that, I'm going to go and get David dressed, and then I'll come back, do another hour, go and have some lunch. But yeah, that book just basically makes me get up, I suppose, and go and do something else, because I know that, well, if that doesn't get done at that time, it's not going to get done at all, and then I'll just be sitting there melting in my own brain. So, right, let's turn this PC on. So I need to get three different pages up on the PC. We're on that one as well. Okay. And we want this one. So I know you guys can't really see from there, but I'm really sorry. And so basically I've got my Excel spreadsheet on this side, and then I've got the draft bill, and then I just got Google up so that I can get the legislation website up. So yeah, there's my spreadsheet, and there's the legislation website and the draft bill. And then as you can see here, I've got the draft bill up again, so I can see where I am and how much further I have to go. So I'm right here, and I need to get all the way down here. So yeah, I can just kind of, that's just giving me a kind of preview of how far I've got to go. So yeah, this is my setup. This is the kind of thing, this is what it kind of looks like. Probably wouldn't make much sense to somebody who isn't involved in this, I suppose. It's just a bunch of words. To be honest, it's just a bunch of words to me too most of the time. Yeah, that's what my setup looks like. So now I'm actually going to do some work. So I need to put in the provision number and the kind of like provision that I'm talking about, but I won't do that until I've gone through all of this like subsections to like basically make sure that if there's anything that is the same as current legislation, then I'll just leave that out. If there's anything that's kind of like self-explanatory, or anything that's like an explanation of something within the bill, like I don't need to include that. So basically I'm just picking out anything that's extremely different or new, or like just compares to the current legislation a bit differently. So yeah, I'm picking out all that, so I need to go through the subsections like individually. Okay, so I thought I'd just jump right in here, just to kind of explain what's going on and what I'm doing. So for those of you who don't follow me on Instagram, well, first of all, you definitely should go and check my Instagram out and give me a follow if you want regular updates on like my uni life. But yeah, I started an internship with the OU themselves, so I'm actually working for the Open University. I'm working in a group called Marcoms, so that's marketing and communications. They've merged together, so they're now Marcoms, and I'm working in that group. My boss, so to say, his name is Kerith, and he's like kind of, the easiest way to explain it is he's kind of in charge of the political side of communications and stuff. So right now my job is to look at the new draft bill that has come out for tertiary education and compare it to the current legislation. So I mostly compared current legislation for Wales, but there is bits that only compare to the current English legislation. So that's my job basically. I've got a spreadsheet of the comparisons and everything. The draft bill is 135 provisions long, so I have to do all of them. Well, I don't have to because Carrot can do some as well, but yeah, that's basically my role in this. And also, again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, then you wouldn't know this, but I thought I'd just put in a bit of an update on, well, what's been going on, what happened with my, like, results and everything. I had 65% as an overall score. I think it was 65. But, yeah, 65. So, yeah, I did alright considering I didn't end up submitting my ETMA, so it's not too bad. Pretty proud of it. Hopefully next year will be a bit better. So I'm going to go and let you continue enjoying the video. So I have just got on to provision 114, which is the start of part 5. So I've reached like my target for this morning. I'm going to take a break now and have some lunch and come back to it, I don't know, just before my meeting. So yeah, see you then. Okay guys, so I've just finished my break. Took a bit longer than I thought I was going to, so like that's one of the perks of like doing stuff remotely, is that like you could take like 2 hours off in the day if you wanted to, and like come back to it later and just catch up on it. So yeah, it is now 1:45. I've got a meeting at 2:30. No, it's not at 2:30, it's at 2 o'clock. And then you get to meet Kerith. Okay, so I've basically finished for today. I just gotta do my meeting with Kerith, and that starts in about 10 minutes. So I'll get back to you then. So I thought I'd take this time when I'm just waiting to kind of talk about my experience and how I found my placement with the OU. So it's almost my last week, it'll be my last week next week. So I feel like I've got enough to go off right now. And honestly, I'm really enjoying it. A lot better than my last placement. 10 times better than my last placement. I actually feel like, 1, I've accomplished something. 2, I'm being listened to. And all and more support I could ever ask for. And 3, I feel like I'm actually doing something that's valuable. Honestly, in all, I feel like if anything, if I didn't have another placement after this, I'd be very happy with how this has gone. I feel like it's going to fit nicely in my CV, so that's a great plus. But like my experience like with everyone who's like works in the OU, it's been absolutely amazing, and I think that them being as good as they have been with me has been possibly the best part of the work placement. I think if I didn't have as much support as I do, then I probably would have, I don't know, not smiled as much the past couple of weeks, because literally every Wednesday, Thursday and Friday
my smile is just from here to here, and it's mostly just because I get to speak to a bunch of amazing people. And I also got to speak to Louise Casella, who is, I think it's Casella. Anyway, Louise, who is the director of the OU in Wales, something along those lines. She's like the big boss anyway. So yeah, I got to speak to her as well. I got to actually have like a one-on-one meeting with her throughout this work placement, and hearing that how good it is to talk to like an actual student, that made me feel really good. So, well, to be honest, a lot of the people I've talked to who work in the OU, talking to them has made me feel really good and really confident in myself and my abilities to do stuff. And I think, to be honest, that's one thing that the OU can do spot on, is giving students the confidence that they so desperately need, and they can get. It's just obviously when you're doing everything at home and you're not having that face-to-face interaction, it can be quite hard for you not to gain that confidence and understanding of how good you can actually do. But talking to people from the OU, I'm gonna leave this placement a lot more confident in myself and my abilities, for definite. So yeah, I thought I'd just ramble on a bit today about my experience and stuff. And if any of you guys ever get the chance to just like, I don't know, shadow somebody in the OU, or like, it doesn't matter what it is, if you get a chance to do something with the OU, take it and run with it, because it will just make you feel so much better in yourself. But now I got 5 minutes until the meeting, so I'm gonna just stop recording for a second and get on to the meeting.
How are you doing?
Good. Yeah.
I was just looking at the spreadsheet, which I assume is the right one. Yeah, I think it is. And you appear to have powered through it.
Yes.
Which is fab. Do you want to maybe just sort of talk me through what you've got to, and because I can't remember where you were.
I was trying to think about that earlier. I think it was about 50 or 60, that kind of mark.
Do you want to? There's a lot there, but yeah. Do you want to just sort of run me through what you've got?
Mostly either the same. There's nothing that I can find for it, but I have made notes on what they say and just kind of give a summary on it. Yeah. And I put the Welsh minister, anything that comes up with Welsh ministers given an extra power, I put that in again.
Brilliant.
But yeah, that's about it.
Yeah, that's really useful. Just scanning through if there's anything I need to particularly ask you about. Financial support. So the blue
lines, inside the blue lines is further education.
Got you.
Instead of higher education.
Oh yeah, that makes sense now. So because I'm by 84.
Yeah.
So everything 85 to 92 is FE stuff. That looks really good. Do you have any problems with it, or anything that couldn't do?
I need to know about learner protection plans, if there's anything about learner protection plans and learner engagement code.
Okay. I will I'll have a look and see what I can dig out. On that in particular point in the spreadsheet, you could, if you find like what the student protection plan in England is, or what it's based on. I assume the spreadsheet I'm seeing has just automatically updated. So you're up to 116?
Yeah, I'm literally doing 117 now.
So I would have thought you will get to the end of the main provisions.
Yeah, by
Wednesday, Thursday maybe?
Yeah, Thursday. I'd say start of Thursday, be finished, the provisions.
Yeah.
Do you want me to do the schedules as well?
Well, I would, obviously focus on, and don't rush either, just to make sure that you get to the schedules. But I mean, you're going quickly anyway, but don't force yourself to go even quicker.
No, it's okay.
Just to get to the schedules. I would aim, if possible, and I mean, you will have done this, but to get to the end of the main provisions by the end of Thursday, at which point could you just let me know? Because what I will then do Friday morning, before we have our final catch-up,
I know.
is I've put an hour in my calendar to read through it sort of in detail.
Okay.
so that if there is anything that I need to ask you about or check or whatever, we can do that Friday afternoon.
Okay. I also need you to sign something on Friday.
Is it? I can just sign by email or whatever, can I?
It's like a Word document. You just got
to. I can just put my signature
It's
in.
for Roz, yeah.
No, you're doing a really good job, and I'm super impressed because do you remember in the first week? It might have been the second. You sort of said, and I said, "Oh, how far do you think you're going to get?" Oh, maybe about halfway. Yeah, all right.
And you literally said, "Oh, I'll be happy if you get to 4." I was like, "Okay." And now I'm on like 117.
Brilliant, and it'll be a big help for me as well.
Yeah.
In that case, have a nice weekend.
And you.
I will see you next Wednesday.
Bye.
Bye.
Okay, guys, so that was my day working with Yo-Yo. I've now finished. I have nothing else to do. I've just added the edited bits that me and Gareth went through in the meeting to the spreadsheet. So I've done that and I've finished for today now. I don't have much more to do now next week either. So yeah, it looks like I'll be finished everything by next week. I hope that helps Gareth a lot. So this has been my day. My day in the life of working with Yo-Yo. I hope it encourages other people to seek placements with Yo-Yo or just to start studying with Yo-Yo in general, because they provide so much more than just studying. I hope you've enjoyed. If you have, then please make sure to hit the like button down below, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. I would really appreciate it. If you have, as usual, any questions, comments or concerns about my life, please let them down below. Leave them down below and I will get back to you. I've been trying really hard to answer everyone lately, although for some reason some of my notifications aren't coming up. So yeah, if I don't get back to you, I will at some point when I realise that I have a comment on a video. So yeah, I hope you guys have enjoyed, and I shall see you in the next one, which won't be long because uni starting back soon.